Welcome to this course on the Middle East in world politics. In this first module, we will explore the historical, political, and strategic foundations that make the Middle East one of the most significant regions in global politics. We will examine how Middle Eastern states emerged, why the region is strategically and economically important, and how internal ideologies, such as Arab nationalism, Islam, Pan-Arabism, and Zionism, shaped the regional and global order. Section 1. Historical emergence of Middle Eastern states and governments. The Middle East, as we know it today, is largely a product of history, empire, and colonialism. The collapse of the Ottoman Empire after the First World War led to the drawing of new boundaries by European powers, particularly Britain and France. Through agreements such as the Sykes-Picot Agreement of 1916 and the League of Nations mandates, artificial borders were created that did not always reflect ethnic, tribal, or religious realities. Countries such as Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, and Palestine emerged under European influence. Saudi Arabia consolidated as a kingdom in the 1930s, while Egypt gained partial independence earlier but remained under strong British influence. These new states inherited fragile political structures and conflicting national identities, which continue to affect regional politics today. Governments in the Middle East took different forms, from monarchies like Saudi Arabia, Jordan, and Morocco to republics such as Egypt, Syria, and later Iraq. Many of these governments combined authoritarian tendencies, military influence, and religion, shaping the distinctive character of Middle Eastern politics. Section 2. Strategic and economic importance of the Middle East. The Middle East's global importance is tied to its geography, energy resources, and trade routes. Energy resources. The region holds a significant proportion of the world's proven oil and natural gas reserves. Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, and the United Arab Emirates are central to the global energy market. This energy wealth gives the region immense economic leverage but also makes it a hotspot for international competition. Strategic location. The Middle East sits at the crossroads of Europe, Asia, and Africa. Critical waterways such as the Suez Canal, the Strait of Hormuz, and the Bab el-Mandeb are lifelines for global trade and energy transportation. Religious and cultural significance. The Middle East is home to the three great monotheistic religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. This religious significance gives the region profound cultural and ideological influence worldwide. Thus, the region's importance is not only material but also symbolic, shaping its central role in world politics. Section 3. Arab nationalism, Islam, and Pan-Arabism. The 20th century witnessed the rise of ideological movements that defined regional politics. Arab nationalism emphasized unity among Arabs based on shared language, history, and culture. Leaders like Gamal Abdel Nasser of Egypt championed this movement, seeing it as a way to resist colonial influence and Western domination. Pan-Arabism was a more political form of Arab nationalism that sought to unify Arab states into a single entity. While it gained popularity in the 1950s and 1960s, it eventually declined due to national rivalries and divergent interests. Islam as a political force grew in influence, particularly after the Iranian Revolution of 1979. Movements such as the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt and Islamist groups in other countries emphasized the role of religion in governance. These ideologies both united and divided the Middle East, shaping alliances, conflicts, and relations with the wider world. Section 4. Zionism and the Arab-Israeli conflict. Another defining ideology in Middle Eastern politics is Zionism, which emerged in Europe in the late 19th century as a nationalist movement advocating for the establishment of a Jewish homeland. This goal was realized in 1948 with the creation of the State of Israel, supported by Western powers but opposed by Arab states. The Arab-Israeli conflict has been one of the most persistent and defining conflicts in modern history. It includes wars in 1948, 1956, 1967, and 1973, as well as ongoing disputes over Palestinian statehood, refugees, and Jerusalem. The conflict not only destabilized the region but also drew in global powers, shaping Cold War dynamics and beyond. In this first module, we examine the historical emergence of Middle Eastern states, the strategic and economic significance of the region, and the ideological forces, Arab nationalism, Pan-Arabism, Islam, and Zionism, that shaped its politics. We also introduce the Arab-Israeli conflict as a central feature of Middle Eastern politics. In the second module, we will expand our focus to explore great power rivalry, regional conflicts, peace processes, and the impact of the Cold War and post-Cold War international systems on the Middle East.